All right, welcome to the next video. One thing I forgot to mention is that there are two types of questions on the SAT reading. There are specific questions and there are general questions. Specific questions usually refer to a word or a couple lines or a paragraph, specifically where in the passage it's referring to. Now, general questions usually are based off something about the passage as a whole. So we always do specific questions. We always skip the general questions and then we'll do the general questions at the end. So if you're asking like, hey Amir, why didn't we even look at 1 and 2? Well, if you look at question number 1, it says which choice best describes what happens in the passage. This is a general question. Number 2, which choice best describes the developmental pattern of the passage? Again, that's a general question. So these are ones where we would circle and come back for later. Then I think there is one more general question. I believe number 6 is a general question where we would come back for later. So the specific questions that we knocked out were number 3, so we got rid of that. We did number 7, then we did number 8. So now we have questions 4, 5, 9, and 10. So we're going to look at questions 9 and 10 because if you look at question 9, it refers to around something in lines 32. It says, why does Akira say his meeting with Chi is, quote, a matter of urgency? Line 32. So right here. Now again, we've read, I haven't pasted the intro because we already read it. So we already read lines 1 through 4. Now this is the essence of the piece-by-piece strategy. So we've read that. Well, now we have to read lines 5 through 32, maybe even a little bit more, to answer questions 9 and 10. 10 basically asks us, the evidence we need for question number 9. So now let's continue reading. We've only read the intro, so let's read from lines 5. So that's what I'm going to do. He came on a winter's eve. He pounded on the door while a cold rain beat on the shuttered veranda. So at first, Chi thought him only the wind. The maid knew better. Chi heard her soft, scuttling footsteps creaking of the door. Then the maid brought a calling card to the drawing room for Chi. Chi was reluctant to go to her guests. Perhaps she was feeling too cozy. She and Naomi were reading at a low table set atop a charcoal brazier. A thick quilt spread over the sides of the table so their legs were tucked inside with the heat. Who is it at this hour, in this weather? Chi questioned as she picked the name card off the maid's lacquer tray. Shinoda Akira, Kobe Dental College, she read. Naomi recognized the name. Chi heard a soft intake of air. I think you should go, said Naomi. Akira was waiting in the entry. He was in his early 20s, slim and serious, wearing the black military-style uniform of a student. As he bowed, his hands hanging straight down, a black cap in one, a yellow oil paper umbrella in the other, Chi glanced beyond him. In the glistening surface of the courtyard's rain-drenched paving stones, she saw his reflection like a dark double. Madam, said Akira, forgive my disruption, but I come with a matter of urgency. His voice was soft, refined. He straightened and stole a deferential peek at her face. In the dim light, his eyes shone with sincerity. She felt herself starting to like him. Come inside, get out of this nasty night. Surely your business can wait for a moment or two. I don't want to trouble you. Normally I would approach you more properly, but I've received word of a position. I have an opportunity to go to America as dentist for Seattle's Japanese community. So again, in line 9, it references line 32. So obviously we have to read between the intro, which was what we read, and line 32. I even read a little bit after because once Akira says, forgive my disruption, I come with a matter of urgency, I still have to read on because I don't know what we don't know what the matter of urgency is. So I read a little bit past line 32. So why does Akira say his meeting with Chi is a matter of urgency? So let's answer it in our own words. We don't want to jump to the answer choices. So let's answer it in our own words. Well, he does say here that in lines 39 through 42, I don't want to trouble you. Normally, I would approach you more probably, but I've received word of a position. I have an opportunity to go to America as dentist for Seattle's Japanese community. So he got offered a job. That's why this is a matter of urgency. So that's our answer. Now let's go to the answer choices and eliminate the ones that are least like what we just said. So let's look at it. A, he fears that his own parents will disapprove of Naomi. Nope, that's not what we said. He worries that Naomi will reject him and marry someone else. Nope. He has been offered an attractive job in another country. Yes, that's most like what we just said, so let's keep that one. D, he knows that she's unaware of his feelings for Naomi. You notice that answer choices A, B, and D aren't stated in the passage at all. It has to be in the passage in order for the answer choice to be right. So again, A, B, and D are not stated in the passage. So don't do any interpretation or inference or reading outside the lines. The answer has to be in the passage. So that's C. And then 10 asks which choice provides the best evidence. Which choice provides the best evidence for the answer to the previous question? Again, we found the evidence in lines 39 through 42. So definitely that's going to be B. Again, this one says lines 39, I don't want to trouble you. Well, that doesn't really help. It's really the wording afterwards about when Akira receives the job, has a job offer, which is B. So now we've done questions 9 and 10. General questions are 1, 2, and 6. So we've done 3, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We will do questions 4 and 5 in the next video. So I'll see you there.